Hey Vaughn, community, it's Jason. It is Friday evening. Had an amazing week this week. Figured great way to top it off is just Friday evening Friday evening VC video. So actually, I do have a reason to do that. It's been 3 months since I've done a video. Just been crazy busy. Kid number 2 is coming, Thanksgiving baby, so I got 2.5 months or so. My garage is madness. I tidied up a little behind me so I'm like so disorganized, but yeah, just been, I mean, everyone's busy, right? It's still the story goes. I'm listening to some videos at work when I get a chance, so that's been nice. But anyways, the reason I want to do this video, the main reason is I got my first VCLT. So excited! I can't believe I got a VCLT. It just doesn't. It just seems foreign, I guess. I don't know. I've sent a couple, and it feels great to get people records. I love it. But to get one, I'm super grateful. I've never been good at receiving it. Sometimes, I feel maybe unworthy. I don't know. But Dean from Grandma's Handbag, which I love Dean's channel. I'll put a link at the bottom. But I mean, if you're watching my video, you know Dean. He's got a ton of subscribers. So he's great. Dude. So fun. So he's got some crazy intros and endings, and just keeps it light. Always, having a different beer or whiskey or whatever. Just having a good time. It just feels good watching. Just he's having a good time, listening to music, appreciates it. Yes, sorry about that. Anyways, and I'm also going to show some records as well. I might as well. It's been 3 months, and I got a lot of records to show. First one I want to show, actually, I'm just going to plug it because it's what we're listening to. This is Gadiamb, and I think it's Gadiamb, and then the record's called B. I'm still a little confused on that, but this is my favorite record label from Brazil, Goma Gringa. My favorite label. It's kind of like jazzy, Afrobeat, like tribal, got some, little electronic guitar. I guess it's jazz, Afrobeat jazz, I don't know, but there's other stuff going on. The reason I'm showing this is because they only press 200. The records, they do small batches. I believe this came out maybe a month ago, and I believe they still have copies available, so only 200 press. I recommend checking it out. It's at least worth checking out. I mean, if you like it, you should grab it. It's maybe $30, plus shipping's a little of a bummer, but 25 maybe. But I actually doubled up the Tone Scott, so we were able to save on shipping. So we split it, that was nice. But yeah, just definitely gonna check it out. Only 200 press, so once it sells out, you're never gonna find this. No one resells it. Anyways, that's my plug. So really excited to get that, but let's get down to it soon. VCLT from Dean, my first one, Grandma's Handbag. First I want to say, Dean, cheers, brother. I hope you're having a wonderful evening and you're gonna have a great weekend. I don't know, it's Memorial Day weekend here. It's not, it's Labor Day weekend. I always mix them up. Memorial's M for May, but Labor Day weekend, 3-day weekend. So I want to drink something special, plus the VCLT, Pliny the Elder. If you guys don't know this beer, maybe it's a California thing. But it's from Russian River, which is an hour north of San Francisco, and I don't know, they have a marketing thing. I don't know if it's marketing or that's true or what, but they want you to drink it within 2 weeks, so they don't put a lot of beers out, and you can only buy one at a time, and the places get shipments like once a week, maybe, some get less, and so, I mean, it sells out that day, and I work by a place where it's Fashion Island, which is like an outdoor mall that has a Whole Foods. So every lunch break, I'll just take a lap, just get a little exercise, get out. I always stop by, just check it out, and sure enough, usually once a week I'll get it. Sometimes I'll get 2, sometimes I'll get 0. But anyways, this is for you, Dean, Pliny the Elder. Cheers, brother. I appreciate it. I'm not a big IPA guy anyway. It's probably my favorite IPA, but if I was a big IPA guy, I'd be like, I know IPA guys are like, this is amazing, but I prefer a little different taste. It's all good. This is good though. Way to start off a Friday for sure. And I think it's got some legs too. 8%. I mean, all right. So let's get to it. Enough chit chat. VCLT from Dean, Grandma's Handbag. I'm really excited to see what he's gonna show. I mean, it's kind of cool getting a record for someone because it's more of what they think about you. I mean, Dean's seen some. I know Dean's watched my videos. He comments all the time. I appreciate it. I love the conversations we have back and forth. But it's just gonna be interesting to see what he sent me. Like, what does he think are my tastes? Or I'm sure he knows it well. I mean, he's a collector. He's got great taste in music, so I'm sure it's pinpoint. And I mean, I'm guessing it's Brazilian because it's from Juno, but I mean, they do other stuff which is great too. I've gotten some of their stuff. It's also awesome. So yeah, let's not waste any more time. Let's do it. Yeah, nice little easy box too. Rip it. Wow. Ultra Tempo 2. Look at that cover. Wow. Electronic and contemporary music from Brazil. 1984 to 1996. Wow, this is really cool. I would not even have thought to even look for this record. This is gonna be great. I mean, I love Brazilian music, and I have a lot of blind spots for sure. Every once in a while, I'll hit a band where I'm just like, oh, jeez, and then the whole genre opens up, and this could be that. Dean, thank you so much. Wow, Nelson Angelo on here. Whew. Akira. Wow. Dean, dude, you outdone yourself. This is amazing. You know me too well. Electronic Brazilian music, I know some stuff, but like newer. So I'm really excited. Wow, this is awesome. Dean, you're the man. This is way too much. This is something I probably would have never bought for myself, or at least even sought to listen to it. So this is gonna be a treat for sure. I'm sure I'm gonna love it. There's so many sleepers in Brazil. It's an endless pool, I think. So Dean, thank you again so much. You're so very kind. So definitely this weekend's gonna be. You see, I told you this weekend was going good. Today's going good. Even better. All right, so now I'm gonna pump through these. There's no particular order really. It's probably I just put them on a shelf. Probably the ones that are soonest are the ones I've listened to most recently. Other than that, there's no really order. So I'm just gonna, there's a lot. Let me pump through them. So we got Elliott Smith, Roman Candle. I went camping with my buddies last weekend, and there was some auctions ending. All Elliott Smith, 3 Elliott Smith. I think it's either or. I can't remember. EXO. I think I have either or. So there's EXO, Roman Candle, and then the one where he's like kind of jumping off the building or whatever. Those 3 up for auction. I bid on them like pretty cheap. I don't know. And actually the other ones I lost by like $1. So someone got those records for like $12. I did get no one bid on this one, so I got it. Super stoked to get it. I think this is his first album, first or second. I think it's his first. So yeah, I mean Elliott Smith is probably not my favorite of his, but it does have No Name, the No Name series. I like No Name number 3. So I did join a Brazilian record club, Tres Selos. It's that label I like, Goma Gringa, and they teamed up with 2 other record labels, so Tres Selos, which I think it means 3 seals. So they've been, I didn't get the first 2, but I signed up around 3, so this is 6, and I think I have 7, and 8 actually I just started, but this is Eddie, original Olinda style. This is cool. They actually pressed this on vinyl, like a private press, but I've never seen it sold, so this was pretty cool. And the music's awesome. It's like surf, early 2000s surf rock, kind of like, I don't want to say sublime, but it's got that surf rock kind of style to it. It's really good. Reggae, it was good. It was jazzy, like reggae. I mean, I definitely want to check it out. So it's Eddie, original Olinda style. So this was another one I got from. This is number 7. So I did keep the little things on there. This is I think it's called Mambojo. Yeah, Mambojo, nada vendo. So it's kind of in the same genre. This one's a little bit less rocky, but still kind of in that vein. That's like surf rock, jazzy. I don't know. I enjoyed this. So this is also, this one was never pressed on vinyl though. This was like 2004 maybe. That was a good era for Brazilian. I liked it. They're just, a lot of the stuff's not on vinyl, so it's kind of a bummer. So I don't think I showed these. From My Brazilian buddy, I met, I got a ton of records from him, so I've just been finally getting to cleaning them. This is a Tribe Called Quest, Midnight Marauders. Don't need to talk about that one much. Classic. This is, I don't think I've ever showed this. Maybe I have. I don't know. This is New Order. Power, Corruption, and Lies. This one, it was warped when I bought it in the collection, and I thought I fixed it, but then I played it and it was still warped, and so I finally got it de-warped in the vinyl flat. So I don't know. The 80s isn't really my thing, but I think the B-side of this one really got me. So amazing. Anyways, I'm keeping it. Here we go. This is internet eBay find. Johnny Hammond, Gambler's Life. This is like super funky jazz, which is just my weak spot for sure. And that cover is crazy. Actually, I was listening to it the first time, and my son came in the room, or saw it in the living room, and he was a little bit freaked out. So that was kind of a bummer. But there's a couple bombs on here that for sure, if I DJ, I'm gonna probably play these. So here's another Tribe Called Quest. So my buddy Fabrizio, he was selling me his a few records, and the Tribe, I wanted some Tribe, and he said I had to take them all, so I did. And this is their first. This is what's it called? Oh yeah, People's Instinctive Travels in the Passive Rhythm. It was really long. I couldn't remember it. This is probably my favorite one. I think this is an original press. I'm pretty sure. Most of the stuff he said he bought most of his collection like early 2000s. So these Tribes are either first press, or I think the one I just Midnight Marauders, I think they had a promo only US originally, and then a few years later they pressed that one. So still awesome to have. Another one I got from my buddy Fabricio. This is Elsa Suarez. I don't know. I've seen this cover. I have her, not her last album, the one before, which was kind of the guys from Goma Gringa were on that, so it's kind of my style. But I've seen this cover. It's like, it seems so iconic, and he had it, so I just grabbed it. And it's also on Tape Car, which does Victor Assis Brazil, which is an awesome jazz musician from Brazil. This is a little bit more traditional samba than I usually like, but actually there was a couple songs on side B that were pretty kick-ass, so still classic. So I put this on, my mother-in-law was like, yeah, so can't beat that. Here we go. We got another New Order. This was my honey hole. They had this for like $10, and it's really clean. So yeah, super stoked to get this. It's another one. I didn't think I was gonna keep it. And there's a big song on here. I can't remember which song. Like, I'm not very good at the 80s, but I think also the B-side. I don't know. A lot of times records just B-sides. You know, because B-sides I feel is more of A-side. They're like, yeah, this is my stuff, and then the B-side's more of just a filler, I guess. But a lot of times B-sides is where maybe in the A-side they're going to be popular, and the B-side they kind of just let loose. That's what I heard of this gadiamb. Actually, I was reading. The A-side was more of what he thought would be palatable for most people, and this B-side was more like what do you really want to do. So interesting. Anyways, this is my second New Order. This one and the one before. Yeah, so super stoked to get that. I got two of them. I don't need to tell any stories. I need to pump through these. This is Nick Drake, 5 Leaves Left. This is original US press. This thing was, I got this maybe a year and a half ago, but it was warped, and I got a sweet deal because it was warped, but I was in the vinyl flat for a long time, 2 months maybe. I had to wood glue clean it, and I think I ultrasonically washed it 3 times, but worth it. It just out, and I put it on, and my mother-in-law and my wife were like, "What is that? It's so good." So yeah, really excited to get that one. Classic. Tamba Trio, another from my buddy Fabricio, the master of all, my new Brazilian friend, Tamba Trio. Just had to pick it up. I think, yeah, Luis Essa, which one of my girls is a Luis Essa record, so it's very enjoyable, awesome. I mean, I got a sweet deal on these records, so, and yeah, they're all Brazilian presses. I couldn't complain, you know, stuff I wouldn't find ever. So, this is Cartoons. Finally listened to this one. Tone Scott actually brought me this one at I finally cleaned it. I got a huge, I don't even know, like 60 records I need to clean still. And I was on a roll doing like 16 a week because I can do 8 at a time. So I was doing every night, or like once a week I was doing a double. But maybe after 3 or 4 weeks ago, when we started getting stuff ready for the baby, I just hit the brakes. But anyways, this I got this one through cartoons, and he told me Jimmy Page is on this, and it's awesome. I really enjoy this, so thanks to him. Someone actually bought it for me. Honestly, he told me that he actually gave it to me as a gift, so amazing. Let me flip the record. So again, this is Gadiamb. Yeah, I highly recommend. It's on YouTube and Spotify. They're really good about putting this stuff out. People can listen because obviously they want to sell the records. It's my style. XL Junkie, I could imagine for sure this is your style. Anyways, so let's get to the rest. I'm about halfway through maybe. Mary Lou Williams, Zoning. This was on my want list for not too long, maybe 6 months, but I saw it pop up for a good price on eBay. Didn't have any competition and just jumped on it. It's a little bit Mary Lou Williams, a little bit later, 70. I don't know if it's on here. 74. So kind of a little bit of funky elements on some parts, which is kind of my weak spot. It was awesome. So this one I bought. There was a Brazilian seller actually. I bought 3 records, eBay wise. I'm sorry. So there's a seller I like who sells records. So every week I kind of just check, and he had some stuff. And this record was, it was selling for dirt cheap for how much it goes for. And the reason is that I don't know if you see that front part of the cover is torn. But the record's like actually VG++, super clean. I don't know, it's not really my style. I'm probably gonna sell it, but it's like forró, which is like forró's like Brazilian country, kind of like country. There's like accordion. But it's got a little bit of funkier. This one has a couple songs that are kind of funkier, which is probably why it goes for the money it goes for. But I don't know, that was cool. We had a Festa Junina party, which is kind of like a Brazilian hoedown maybe, and so that record got some play, and that was worth it. But I got a ridiculous deal on it. We'll see how much it sells for, but. Got this one. This is Ginger Baker's Air Force. So this is a cool one. I got it from I went to a garage sale, and the guy had like, how much did he say, 3,000 records or something, and he had so much scrap at his garage sale. He put his whole drive was full. He said he only put out 1,000, and I was there for a couple hours looking at them. And I finished, and I was just waiting for their other boxes, and he didn't have room. He told me if I came back later, I could just take the other 2,000, and I probably should have, but I would say 99.8% of that stuff was garbage. I bought, not garbage, just like, dollar records, thrift store, and I bought a couple, and they were all worthless. But he was selling for cheap though, like $1 or less. I can't even say. But I did find this actually. A buddy of mine, he grabbed it, and he's like Air Force, but it was missing a record. But I was digging in. I knew he pulled it, and then I was digging, and I saw a random record in the sleeve by itself, and it was the second record. So that was kind of interesting. That I went through all the work, and I found the missing record. So I bought it. It's cool. It cleaned up pretty good. It sounds fine. It's listenable. But Ginger Baker, come on. And I think Steve Winwood's on here as well, I believe. So geez, two monsters. This is a record I bought in Oregon. This is Montilla, and I don't know, there's not a record store, there's like a thrift store, state place by my dad's house, and they have records there. Most of them are overpriced, and I think the good ones that come sell pretty quick. I visit my dad once every 6 months, but I stop in there, and they had this one, and it was on sale. I think I got it for like $3, and it's kind of funky Latin percussion. I don't know, it's awesome. Check it out. It was worth $3. This is Jars Macalé. This is a new one. I think it's called Best Affair. This is actually also a Tres Selos, number 4. This is actually the record where the first number 3 I bought, and number 4 I signed up for the collection because Jars Macalé, I think last video I played one of his records. This is like his first LP, amazing, epic. And here he plays a little more avant-garde, and he's very, I mean, I don't like Dylan-esque, you know, where Dylan just kind of was a big, huge star in the 70s and kind of became relevant again. I feel like Jarvis McElay, and he gets a lot of acclaim from some of the guys I really enjoy listening to. They all say he's the maestro, he's the teacher, he's the master, so, and he's an amazing guitar player. And this album, I recommend Jarvis McElay, check it out. I think it did sell out, but someone probably, a record store in Brazil is probably selling it. This was awesome. This was, let's see, Sounds of Liberation. So this was I actually saw someone post this on Instagram, which is pretty sweet. I bought a few records from Instagram now. I seeing them on Instagram. So these guys, I believe it was kind of like soul, not soul, more like free, kind of like there's not little funky parts, but more like free jazz from the 70s. And they believe they only put out one album, which goes for a hell of a lot of money. But this one was unreleased. I think it's called Unreleased. So it was stuff they recorded back then, but never released. So pretty sweet to get that. Dogtown Records. So that was cool. Nice little purchase. And this is Serena Ascension. And this was Goma Green number 3. This is the first one I bought in the series. And Serena Ascension, I think it took her like 4 years to make this record, and she had cancer. She actually died before it was released. I think it's freaking amazing though. So yeah, I don't know. Highly recommend this. I think she does a lot of like old folky kind of, not folk, but like traditional Brazilian song covers. It's really, there's a ton of guest stars on here, and she, unfortunately, it's the only record she put out before she died. I think it's an amazing record. Highly recommend. This one sold out really quick. This is one of the records where I like Brazilian music. A lot of it's not pressed on vinyl, and then I'm just like, please press it on vinyl, and they did. I was so excited. So this is another one. These Trails. This is a repress. This is a Hawaiian psych folk, and the reason I bought this is because I actually found the original for like nothing, a couple bucks. And I didn't know about it, but I listed it for sale because it sells for hundreds of dollars, and I sold it for a lot of money. And I listed, but I would listen to it it took me like 4 or 5 months to sell it. So I was listening on special occasions, my wife's birthday, or something great happened at work, and it's so different, so amazing. Hawaiian psych folk, definitely highly recommend checking this out. I'm never gonna find the original. I was kind of bummed I sold it actually, but I made a lot of money on it, so whatever. So I had to buy this. I have to have it now. It's pretty good. This is another record I finally cleaned. Sonny Boy Williamson, Bummer Road, on chest. I think this is a repress. I don't know. It's just blues. That collection I got 6 months ago. I'm finally cleaning records, so excited to get that one. T-Bone Walker, blues band, same thing. Came from that collection. This is some just stragglers. I got probably another 50 to clean. Most of them I'm gonna sell, but I listen to them all, clean them, listen to them all, and if something catches my ear, I'll keep it. So I need big holes in my blues collection. I don't have a fat blues collection. This is Phil Wood's Quartet, and this thing's great. I heard someone describe it as kind of a black jazz record. It has Harry Franklin on it, who has a couple of black jazz records. So this is really good. I enjoy this. A little avant-garde. Yeah, awesome. He has Phil Woods. He has a couple more I want to check out. I have on my list, my want list. So I gotta keep looking out for him. But yeah, this is great condition. Love this nice jazz record. Claudia, this one's a little disappointing. This is one of the ones of the 3 that I I don't have the other one actually. The other one, so I'll talk about. But Claudia, so this is the same cover as the record that's like her record, but this is actually a comp, and it's kind of my fault because I didn't look at the pictures of the vinyl, because this is the comp, but I had no idea. I thought this is her classic album, and I got a pretty sweet deal on it. Now I know why. So, but still good. It's got all the hits on it. I like getting like the original, whatever. So yeah, it's good to have though. I don't know, I might sell, who knows. And the one I didn't show, I don't know, I don't have it, but it was actually it was an upgraded copy of Marco Ribas's second album. Amazing. And the last record I'm gonna show, this is Crumb Jinx. This is their, I don't know what the label is, but this is their first LP. I do have their double EP, which is nice. This is kind of like indie. It's kind of psych, but very chill. Almost like emo, indie emo-ish. I don't know. It's good. I saw them live. They were. I mean, I enjoyed it, but I wasn't like in it, paying attention. You know, we had friends, we were talking, so it's not one of those bands that like rocks your head off. It's more of just like you have to close your eyes and kind of listen to really get it. They had a couple songs that had some nice beats that you kind of like, yeah, but I mean, this is good. I love it. I'm excited. So that is it, my friends. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you again, Dean from Grandma's Handbag. I'm definitely gonna listen to that tomorrow when I'm working on the new baby's room. So, all right, you guys, I will check you out next time, and you have a wonderful Labor Day weekend.